My name is Firdaus Bulbulia. I am the chairperson of the Children and Broadcasting Foundation for Africa and the director of the Nelson Mandela Children's Film Festival.
Amazing. Hi, Firdaus. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm sitting at the terminal in Rome, Roma Termini. So I apologize for the noise and the madness around me.
No, we appreciate it. We're very excited to talk to you, and you are 1,000 miles away. So I just have a few questions. So the Nelson Mandela Children's Film Festival just celebrated its 5th anniversary, and you collaborated with Brand South Africa. Can you tell us more about that partnership?
Yes, it was very important for us because I think the people that we had given Lifetime Achievement Awards to are really people who should be celebrated, especially as Play Your Part South Africa. As part of Brand South Africa, you know, there's the Play Your Part South Africa, and both Benji Francis and Liz Castle, 75 and 78 respectively, have been working in the sector on children and youth media for many, many decades. In fact, they worked with Madiba even before he became the president.
Oh, wow.
So when, you know, the change, and as you know, Madiba always had a focus on children.
Absolutely.
They were involved in setting up the first kind of children's parliament. We together drew up the South African Children's Charter, which became part of the Constitution of South Africa and the Bill of Rights. So these were really, really important.
That's really remarkable.
Parts of
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just have a lot of noise around me. So the two of them were important people that I wanted to be able to celebrate their achievements, and we gave them Lifetime Achievement Awards. And so for me, Brand South Africa was definitely the partner where we could celebrate these wonderful South African icons.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Really amazing work. And I know there's animation involved with gaming. So how can animation, film, and gaming open new windows for young people?
So we started the African Animation Studio in 2018, and our focus really is looking on African, as in Black African animation.
Yeah.
Because as you know, most animation comes out of Asia, and so even the characters will always have features that look Asian, kind of Chinese, with the way that the eyes would slant, etc. And we wanted to focus on what is an African aesthetic. Let's be able to create an African animation. So through the African Animation Studio, we work in partnership with the Popeye, and we created a series called Wazi's Wonderful World.
Okay.
And then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, we focused on telling children what COVID was about, but through the animation. So Wazi is this little 8-year-old girl who, and again, it was a gender issue. We particularly wanted a girl child.
Okay.
So this 8-year-old girl child was explaining to South African children what COVID was about, but in 30 seconds, in 1 minute, and the most I think was 2 minutes. And we were lucky that all the broadcasters took it. And part of the idea around animation was that we wanted to include gaming. So just very simple games where Wazi would, for example, change the color of her mask and the color of her outfit, and just play games around color, around shapes for a younger audience.
Yeah.
However, we then also collaborated with another gaming company called Space Salad.
Okay.
And they've created a game with, you know, the people in the city who are picking up all the recycling in the communities, these young men who are on those kind of, you know, those trailer things. They created a game about that story. And again, we have girl children as well as boy children competing against each other. But they're also learning about recycling, which was an important aspect of the game that we wanted to talk about.
This is so incredible. So there's 10 children's productions that were showcased at the Durban Film Festival. Can you tell us about those productions? What were the productions?
So for the Nelson Mandela Children's Film Festival, we partner with DIF, the Durban International Film Festival, to share the platform.
Yeah.
But what I do is with the Nelson Mandela Children's Film Festival is we curate 10 films. So there aren't enough children's films being produced in Africa. In fact, globally, we would say that as a continent, we're not producing enough content for African children. So by curating the 10 films, we kind of focus on African content as much as possible. But because there aren't enough, we also have a kind of South-South collaboration. So Brazil, China, India, almost like from the BRICS countries, where we ensure that we get content, feature films, short films, animations from that aspect, that region of the world, so that we're giving our children an opportunity to see what is happening in terms of films for children. And then we collaborate with CIFEJ, which is the International Center for Film for Children and Young People. We have about 250 members. These are festivals globally, but also producers of children's content. You'll find that the Scandinavians, the Nordic countries, in particular, produce very good quality films for children. The Germans, the Dutch, especially because they're not English speaking.
Yeah.
So where most of the English speaking countries will probably get content from Australia, from the US, from the UK, these other countries are very specific about producing content for their audiences in the language of those children. And this is really important to us.
Absolutely. And what is the impacts that you have seen? Like, what does this mean for the children of South Africa? What impact have you observed from doing this?
So, we're really trying to encourage the National Film and Video Foundation to kind of shine a spotlight on producing content for children. There hasn't yet been, and this is since its inception. I chair the Children's Broadcasting Foundation for Africa. We started in 1995. We hosted the World Summit on Media for Children in 2007.
Yeah.
I brought Roy Disney of the Disney family to South Africa to really begin to talk about quality media for African children. Unfortunately, people still see children as a, by the way, side project, and don't understand that even if you just look at Hollywood or look at Disney, you see the focus on children's content and the fact that there's a lot of money in that sector. But producers don't see that, and neither do broadcasters. So our work really through the Africa Charter on Children's Broadcasting, I like to quote Article 4 that says children should hear, see, and express themselves, their languages, and their life's experiences through the electronic media that reaffirms a sense of self, community, and place. So we are really saying that we need to focus on our own children, their own environment, their own world, their own languages, so that they can explore who they are first before you are being inundated with content that comes from around the world.
Correct.
So we really need to shift the balance. We really need to encourage producers and encourage broadcasters and encourage the National Film and Video Foundation and all the film commissions to focus on children's content.
Absolutely, I fully agree with that. And how can children become involved in this? And do you have
in the festival?
Yes, in the festival. How can children that are in film or animation become involved? And also, is there a certain age group that you look at?
Yeah, so UNICEF defines a child of anybody under the age of 18. So when we talk about a children's film festival, it's up to age 18.
Okay.
Our concentration is really the little, so 0 to 2, 2 to 4. That age group is a very special age group that could actually benefit from quality TV, quality gaming, quality production. But because we're online and it has to be in subtitles, it really has to be for children who can read, because the content is coming from around the world, especially from the Nordic countries or the Scandinavian countries. So it's subtitled. We would like schools to sit, with their kids, with the teachers, to be able to read, to deconstruct the images, to talk about what they've seen, so that they understand the storytelling. In terms of a South African audience, because it's online, you just have to register with DIF and it's free. So, parents can sit with their kids, schools can do it. The only challenge with the schools is that it's during the school holiday. So what we tried to do in the past is to partner with a school. For example, we worked with Greenside Primary School in Greenside, Johannesburg, where we brought people into the school to run workshops. to teach about animation, to teach about drawing as a start,
Yeah.
and then see whether they can create characters, and that has been really successful. And then through Dipopai, we've done it in Limpopo. So in other schools where we just target a school, there's a focus on the school, and then the training around image, around voice, around character. So that is how we do it.
Amazing, amazing, truly amazing work.